Hey folks, Good Guy Glenn here, and today is Sunday, March 3rd, 2024. I'm here at the Vince Lombardi Rest Area in New Jersey, my home. I guess we'll start off by talking about how I was woken up by the police here this morning because they strictly enforce the 10-hour rule. You can only be parked here 10 hours. I got here at 3 p.m. yesterday, and they woke me up at 07 this morning. Longer than 10 hours for sure. But I came here specifically to see my daughter, who came to visit me last night. We went to Shake Shack. We had a good time. We had some laughs. We hung out. And then I got to see a good friend of mine, Elon, that I went to high school with. We caught up. And then I slept. And then I got woken up. And I'll be honest with you. On social media, I had a little bit of a tantrum because I pull my curtains and there's an army of tow trucks here towing drivers out of this parking lot, just ruining their lives, right? But the state trooper was cool to me. Being a veteran does have its perks. And he said, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to tow you or ticket you, just move to another spot. So I put my Crocs on, I was in my pajamas, and I creeped to another spot on the other side of the rest area. But now I'm shook. Now I can't relax. And I don't know what to do because I'm only 150 miles away from my drop. But my drop is closed on Sunday. I can't drop. My appointment time tomorrow is 09. That's what stinks about live unloads. When I picked this load up, I was going to try to go early, and I couldn't because they're very strict where I picked up with their live load. But then when I showed up, he's like, well, you're early. And I wasn't as early as I was going to be. I was only a couple hours early. And when he read my pickup number, he's like, well, I'm loading that trailer now. Loading that trailer turned into a drop-in hook. Okay. A little bit shady. The drop spot for the trailers was up a hill. So I had to back up the hill backwards and do a 90 backwards uphill. Got it done. But it was, it's crazy, especially in the International that likes to lose air when you back for some reason. But, got it done. Hooked it, drove through the pouring rain through the Bronx, New York, to make it here to see my daughter. My daughter came to see me in the pouring rain. We hung out in the truck. Then we went into the rest area, and there's a Shake Shack in there and a Popeyes. And all in all, it's, there used to be a Roy Rogers here, which was awesome, but not anymore. They've knocked down the old rest area and rebuilt this one. Looking back, this was always a very shady rest area. Back in the day when I was younger, a lot of things went down here. There were lot lizards here. A bunch of lot lizards here. You could get robbed in this parking lot very easily. It wasn't cool, man. So I get it. The cops wanted to clean it up. But to go after the truckers, that doesn't make sense to me. Just go after the people causing the trouble. No? I think it's really not cool to go after the working man who's out here just trying to make a dollar. Now I get some of the trucks they took are guys that dump their trucks here and go somewhere else for days when you take your reset. I get it. I don't agree with it. I think you should be able to, like, hey, how about you could pay like a meter? I would do that like you can at the Petro, which when I take home time next week, I'm really considering doing. Especially after today's event. I don't feel comfortable leaving my truck in a public spot, you know, to take my take my home time. I think I'll just go to the Petro in Bordentown, leave the truck, pay to leave the truck, and find a way from there to where I'm going to stay and see my kids. But I haven't really figured that all out yet. It's 2 weeks away. But yeah, there's some instances where I understand you tow the vehicles out, but going after the drivers who are just here on reset, you know, we're not always going to take exactly 10 hours, especially something like on the weekend where a lot of these deliveries, they don't drop on the weekend. A lot of places, more and more since the pandemic, are closed all weekend, and they start up again on Monday. And that's the instance with me. 150 miles away, I get up at 03 to run, and I'll definitely have more than enough time to drive out 150 miles, drop, pick up my next load, and be on my way. Now, I thought about this morning, I was going to roll out of here, drive to Pennsylvania, find a Walmart, and hole up in Walmart. But I want to reset my clock. I don't have to, but why not? Why waste the day driving only 150 miles, 3 hours, put 3 hours on my clock for what? Then I'm just going to shut down. I mean, there's some benefits to it, but I can't deliver till 09. It's my appointment time. And for some reason, these paper loads, they're very strict about their appointment times. It's annoying because you show up there and there's a line of trucks there and they never get you at your appointment time. But if you show up early, they don't want to hear it. It's weird. Sometimes with the drops, it's easier to drop early. But I don't know. I've read the reviews. There's not a lot of places to park close to there, so I'd have to find a place outside of there. I guess I'm just like holding on to this idea of seeing some more people, some more friends to come visit me here. But part of me is a little bit shook to stay here. I don't know if I go inside to go to the bathroom, if I come back out, my truck's not going to be hooked. You know? It won't be gone because it takes a long time to hook these trucks. It's not like they can use an auto loader. But that's where we're at, man. It's warm today. Makes it difficult because, you know, when you're living in a truck, you have the inverter, you have to run the truck. But you feel like you don't have to run the truck because you don't need heat. And it's not hot enough to really need air conditioning. So you forget. And then your battery drops real low. I've seen guys do that. And then the truck won't start, and then you're in a pickle. So anyway, I got my donkeys. It's really unfortunate because the longer I stay out on OTR, and you know I don't take home time often. When I do come back to where my home was, because I grew up around here. This is where I'm from. And it just doesn't feel, the more and more I stay away and then I come back, it doesn't feel like home anymore. It's comfortable in the sense that it's familiar, but the people here aren't cool. You know, when you travel the country and you go different places, you meet people, and there's a different mentality in the rest of the country than New Jersey. New Jersey's got this very elitist nonsense attitude, and you're not better than the rest of the country. It's so expensive to live here. It's just, I don't know. The more and more time goes by, the more and more I don't want to come back here. I think about like where I can get a place and figure it all out. There's a lot of trucks here creeping real slow. And that's because they don't want to get on the drive line and they want to just move their spot. That's what I'll probably do later if I stay here. See, but do I want to do that? Like, You know what I mean? It's a tough decision to make, but I'll make it. So that's it. If you're a trucker and you're not from here, Jersey's tough. North Jersey is real tough. South Jersey's got Bordentown. There's a bunch of truck stops down there. There's a Love's. There's a great Petro. That Petro is really cool. There's a lot of parking there. You got to pay to park there, but it's well worth it. But up here in North Jersey, you got the Vince Lombardi rest area. And maybe a couple other rest areas, but they're probably the same thing. 10-hour strict limit. The cops are here. They're hawking you. They're monitoring how long you're here. All the spots are marked. And they go up and down the aisles with their computer, registering plates and knowing how long you've been in a truck stop. And if they want to really mess with you, they'll mess with you. It just makes it uncomfortable when you're just trying to, like, relax. But to drive out to PA, I just don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's so early yet. It's not even 9:30 yet. Very well drive out and find a place closer to my drop. I might do that. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it. But anyway, remember what I always tell you. Do your pre-trip. Pull over if you're tired. No load is worth your life. Love your family. Love God. Say your prayers. Take your vitamins. Eat a yogurt and a banana every day. Drink water. And remember, you're going to wind up just where you need to be. You may not always get what you want, but you're going to get what you need. And if you like this video, smash that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so when I drop another video, you get a notification. Once again, this is Good Guy Glenn. Thanks for watching.